These are some of the cards I took losses on, and I have many more cards that will probably end up being losses too. Hey, they all can't be winners, but this should be expected when selling sports cards. I mean, it happens within the hobby, whether you buy at the peak of the hype, or if the player doesn't pan out or meet expectations, or even worse, if the player gets injured. This is the reality when it comes to selling sports cards. Sometimes you're going to have to take a loss. But I'm here to say that it's okay to take losses, especially when you're selling low-end sports cards. And in this video, I'm going to go through 3 reasons why I take losses on some of my sales. And I'm also going to talk about why taking losses can be beneficial for you. So you might want to stick around for that. So reason number 1 is that I take losses on cards that haven't moved in quite some time. I have many cards sitting in my store for months. And part of the reasons could be that that player or that particular card is not in high demand. It might be during the off season of a particular sport, or the right buyer just hasn't come along to buy that card. Now, while I'm okay with cards sitting on the shelf for months, at some point, I'm going to have to make the decision to lower the price just to get it moving. And this is one of the reasons why I end up taking a loss. Now, another reason why I take losses is that I'm hoping that the lower price point can entice a buyer to buy more than one card from me. Now, while that one card may be considered a loss, if they buy multiple cards from me, then that can lead to an overall net gain. Because when there's a single order that contains multiple cards, not only do you save on fees, but you can also save on shipping as well. And in this case, I consider those types of losses as loss leaders. And for number 3, I'm sometimes willing to take a loss on offers being made to me, especially if it's one buyer making offers on multiple cards, because this ties in to reason number 2 in that it helps me save on fees and shipping in the big picture. But in this particular case, what I'm hoping to achieve by taking this loss is that I'm hoping to gain a repeat customer in the process. You see, most people are so quick to look at each individual sale or each individual card at a micro point of view. What I feel works for me is looking at things at a macro level, and that is building a loyal customer base that continues to come back and that is satisfied with the type of service that I'm able to provide for them. And what I'm hoping to achieve out of this is that I'm hoping that this is what sets me apart from many of the different card sellers that are out there. Now, here's the bonus tip as to why I think taking losses can be beneficial for you. Taking losses allows you to learn from your mistakes. It helps you get a better grasp as to what cards can sell quickly and what cards take time to sell. And what's so beautiful about this low-end space is that there's a very minimal risk involved in order to gain this wealth of knowledge. In this space, you're constantly learning. You're constantly getting better at your craft. You're learning at what cards sell and what cards don't. You're learning at what's a good buying price and what's not in order to gain good profit margins. Now, learning from your mistakes allows you to become a much more efficient seller and also a much more efficient buyer. And if you want to know more about building those efficiencies, then you can check out this video right here where I talk about how focusing on the customer may help with that.